Tony boy.
What's happening, Tommy?
Not a lot, brother. Back we are, mate. Episode 17.
What's on the agenda today? Obviously, I think we spoke about we're meant to have a guest on.
Yep.
Nobody's fault. We had to make a wee cancellation.
Life happens, mate.
So that'll be episode 18 now.
Yep.
That'll be a good one. Looking forward to
It'll be
that.
brilliant. I think a lot of the viewers will love that episode.
Aye.
I'm really looking forward to it myself.
You know, but
So-
that gave us a... We ended up nearly cancelling today, didn't we?
Very
That-
close to it, mate.
That's what the episode's actually going to be on. I had my mum in this morning. I've started training her, and I said, "Oh, do you know what, Mum? Like, I'm away on holiday tomorrow. I've got toothache." I was saying to myself, and she went, "Why don't you do it on turning up?" So that's what you always do. You always turn up.
Yep.
I went, "You're right."
We turn up Tony, man.
I text you, I'm like, let's just go and do this episode and the importance of obviously where we were, where
Yep.
the points where some days you just don't want to do it.
Aye.
Or if you only ever do things when you felt you were in the mood to do it, you wouldn't get anywhere. You can apply that to podcasting, the gym,
Yep.
yourself. Like, these things are all...
The housework.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I hate the housework,
Messy
man.
bastard, you.
Oh, mate, it's my so as. I get some jip for it. But to be fair, aye, you can apply that to all aspects, mate.
So
You
that's
really
what
can.
we'll do today. Things that have helped us over the years. Your obviously transformation for somebody that was at a stage where the only option was to finally go up.
Yep.
But first, again, we're also going to get just a good blather.
Aye.
Things that social media,
Yep.
things that are relevant just now, things that maybe could help people. Seen a lot of stuff through social media at the moment. It's
Same, mate, to be honest with you. I feel like everything's... Obviously, trends come about every so often, but I feel like right now, mate, there's been so much. Like, my Instagram, mate, every day I go on it, there's something new. Like, I was talking to my pals about this before I came here, mate. I went for a wee coffee. Also, went into Starbucks. Defo gave me milk. 100%, mate. Standing outside Starbucks, like, man, I could fold in two here, man. My wee lactose intolerant ass can't handle this, man. No good, mate. So, sort it out, Starbucks. That's the Starbucks sponsor out
I know,
Monday,
that's
mate.
fair. I'm holding this up here. Going to turn it to back, finish it, and then that says it's out.
But aye,
Right, no more Starbucks.
crazy, mate. So there's a lot to cover. We'll probably not be able to cover all it in this episode, but I think we'll just get a wee catch up, mate, and discuss the matters at hand.
Good. Well, first things first, we've got our letters from last time. You went over, you asked me 5 gyms
Yes.
I want to visit. I wrote them down.
Sick.
I wrote why.
Right, okay.
Doreen's in Marbella.
Very good one, by the way.
Yep.
That's out the box, so it is.
That'd be my first.
Would it?
Aye.
Do you know, I think a lot of people will be surprised by that. Know that you would choose that, just surprised that you said that, Jim.
Aye. Because it's achievable as well. It's only 2.5 hours.
Aye,
flight.
aye.
So I'd go that.
Yep.
Bunus and Dubai.
Right.
Oxygen Dubai.
Yep.
That looks good.
Aye. That's
I think
one
because you've
of my
got like the
list.
best of both worlds for that. You can
do.
go and spend 2 days there.
Easy.
You just book into the place and sleep in one of the sun loungers outside.
Aye. No, you really could, mate. You really could.
Am I right in saying as well it's a male-only gym and at
Aye.
certain times, and then
Aye.
females come in the morning?
Yep. Something like that. There's a... I think it's made to do with...
The perverts of JD will not like that gym.
No, they will not be going there,
You got
mate.
to be sick. Know how shit JD is, but just go because they're perverts.
No, you're so right, mate.
Shout out to you boys. You've been outed.
Oh, you're dirty, dirty boys,
Check
man.
out your acting girl and join JP's.
Aye, 100%. You're absolutely right. That's like Wonder Bar, mate. That's chaos in there, mate. So it is mental. But aye, what's the next one?
Gold's Gym Venice
Aye, of course.
and Blackout Portugal.
Blackout Portugal. So, I actually seen Keith done a video here. If I've no butchered that, shout out. Mate, it looks sick, doesn't it?
Unreal.
Kneeling Cybex lateral raise. Didn't know it existed, mate.
Say your prayers. Fucking do your side raises.
Hail Mary full of doubts. Brilliant. Aye. So you asked me if I had, how much million was it?
1.
1 million. If I had 1 million, whose 4 people I would share it with?
Yep.
Mate, you've caused a total domestic in every aspect of my life, mate. I'm going to get
Yeah,
so much.
have you brought this up yet?
No, just like already. Actually, funnily enough, this leads on to the subject we're talking about today. They can't be asked. I can't be asked me what comes after this now. Because, right, so do I need to split it between 4 people and it needs to be.
You're not allowed it.
Oh. I would give my man Da 250
Each.
No, no chance. 250 split between the two of them. I would give my man Da 250. I would give Rachel 5, and then I would give our pal 250. So I would, because our pal is very a unique character, and I think it would benefit me still in the long run. I think it would benefit everybody.
Aye.
So, that's probably the way I go about it. So, the 15 boys in the group chat, sorry, because Tony's nailed me to the bed with that one, mate. There's no much else I would, what other way I could go
I
about
don't
it.
feel bad, boys. I've just helped him fucking turn his life around.
Just-
I'm getting a bean. Not about share heads off him for the last 2 years. Not even a fiver. Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I think that's the way I'd go about it, mate.
Aye, that's good.
So
Then.
it's
At least I know then. If I ever win the lottery.
Mate,
I'll be giving.
wait, no, that's
Our
only 3
pal,
people. That's only
your
no, wait, that's only 3 people. You said I need to split it between 4?
Your mum and dad.
Aye, but that's 1. Like, my mum and dad, like, there's 2.
That's 2 people.
Right, so I would give. I'm bad at math, mate. I would find Doff. I'd get Dosh to you, mate. So I would.
There you go.
I'd slip you an even amount somewhere. So I don't know if I'd. Nah, I can't cut my mum and dad with it. That's what you're done.
No, let's make you done.
I can.
We're moving on.
Tony, it's not like that. But anyway, aye, let's go. Let's move on, man. See what I mean? This is what I mean.
No, the domestic's not been caused. You thought it was out there. It's actually in here. It's happened.
Oh, but man.
I'll make mine, mate.
Anyway, what's been happening? How's life? How's training?
Good.
Good, mate.
Things are good. Obviously, we've got a photo shoot coming up. This
Yep.
is your second time doing it.
Yep.
I think we should talk more about what it took back last year for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Changes which are in now. I think something that I was a lot of online coaches, PTs, whatever, sometimes force their client into no, do this photo shoot, it'll look great, it's a very good thing to market, which is fine. I mean, but well, it's not. But, you know. You were up for that last year. I wouldn't force anyone to do anything like that if they didn't, but that brought you on.
For sure, mate.
Even and like I said, I knew it would, or else we wouldn't have done it.
Uh-huh.
But since then, you've made that process keep getting better. I've seen your pictures, your check-in pictures all day, and I was like, holy fucking shit! Like,
Buzzing, mate. Thank you.
so what you 10 and a bit stone now down?
Aye, we're coming close to that 11 mark, mate. I don't know if we'll get there for the photo shoot. I don't know if we need to be there for the photo shoot, to be perfectly honest. But, aye, but it's a lot, mate. It definitely is.
So, someday like you, I know you were at the higher end of the weight loss journey. How important is that? Like 2 years of just constant stacking up. We've had be ups and downs and that.
Aye.
How much has that outweighed just me hounding you for?
Mate, it's. I've said this before, and I'm not saying this to sing your praises. Like, this wouldn't have been done if it was anybody else, mate. It couldn't have been because it was just like. And I think you would maybe feel the same way. Like, I don't know if you had a client that was almost exactly like me, I don't know if it would have been the same results you would have got with them as you have me, kind of thing. Because, like, and I think this is important to say. See, we've done an episode on picking your coach. I think you've got to have some sort of bond / friendship with your coach over time if you want to achieve like remarkable results. Of course, you as a coach, you can get him to anywhere, mate, and you can point in the right direction. You can help him with a lot of things, but with stuff like this, mate, it was a lot more personal. In the last 2 years, stacking up, mate, every day it's fun, mate. It's fun, but it's easy to get noped. Like, so Christmas is an example. It's easy to kind of get like put aside and forgetful almost to things, mate. And you need to just quickly remind yourself, like, by the way, like, have your fun, but it's time to tune in again. This almost relates to what we I've just said about the can't be arsed thing.
Yep.
That was a period for me, mate, earlier this year where I was a wee bit like, I struggled a wee bit. That was one of the biggest humps I had to get over. And we spoke briefly about it, but I don't think I spoke about how much it did actually. It was hard, mate. It was hard trying to get back out of the swing of things. So when everything's good, everything's good. But it's easy to come off track, man.
Like, people underestimate how much character change is so important. Like,
yeah.
What you've done is a 180. I mean, but everybody's so individually different. You don't just spin round in that shoe and it's just full steam ahead for you. It's a wee bit like you move a couple of degrees at a time and then you might, like, eventually you get to the point where you go, there's more chance of me starting to just keep moving forward positive than actually going back the way.
Yep.
But I think you're naive if you think, like, oh, I just wake up and, okay, there's like points in life where you go, right, enough is enough. But I always wake up and look at somebody's, their past versus their present, what you're dealing with, the kind of nature and nurture. You're dealing with somebody, in this case, and you can apply that to probably anything.
Yep.
2 years of training well and living well is great. I mean, and you've done amazing for that. But you're also dealing with 23 years of neglect.
Yes.
So I need to be realistic and go, right, well, don't take this the wrong way, but is the fat man still in there?
Of course,
You know what I mean?
mate, 100%.
Is he chatting at the door saying, come on, down to Tesco and get the...
Clearly
space
cook
food
it. No, you're right,
and
mate.
that's not being pessimistic, it's just knowing it could happen.
Of course
so
it
you've
could.
got to just stay on the ball. You have, and we spoke about this the other day, like reaction time.
Yes.
Like that, if somebody's having a wee bit of a bad time, which we all have, like the best in the world. And you'll see that through every sport have bad periods, whether it's footballers, whether it's top end bodybuilders, but their reaction time is just far greater than yours.
Aye.
And that's what, in my opinion, makes people what they are, because they don't turn a bad day into a bad week to a bad month to a bad period to end up back at the start, and then the process starts again. It's more like, no, I've had that, like, go again. Like you get up and you learn every time. Don't do that again. Don't do that thing that made me trip up there. Like, it's like, think it a bit like pitfalls.
Yep.
You keep going through the same bit, falling into the pitfalls every time, like, you're going to get the same result.
Aye,
but you need to learn, I'm not going to stand in that bit there because I'm going to fall in my cunt.
Aye,
so it's
100%.
just navigating different. But no, listen, I think the photo shoot's coming up, 4 weeks, championship round as I call them.
Yes.
I think you're, as I said, you're in best shape ever.
Aye.
So it's mentally in a good spot, keeping you there. Just setting an example for yourself more than anything. But I think the next 4 weeks will be big for you.
For sure, mate. Definitely. This is the...
You still get your 999 challenge to do.
I know. I was going to mention that.
So I done a challenge. See if you're ever on a step on, you're mad enough. It goes up to 999.
Tony,
and then it stops.
Nobody wants to do that, mate.
Nobody wants to do a lot of things, but
I know. No, you're right. Can't be arsed. This is.
Tell you what, you feel better after it knowing I've beat that stepper, because see when it goes back to 0, you go, who's the champion here?
Punk. Then it goes to 1. You're like, fuck.
Somebody walks past you, dick. Sweating like he's only 1 calorie.
Aye.
So you've got that to do as well.
I do, mate. Aye. I'll do that. I definitely will. I'd planned to do it. And it's no that I couldn't be at it. It's no that at all. Just things got in the way. But it'll be done. It'll be done when you're on your holidays. It'll be done. So it will. But aye, next 4 weeks will be good, mate. So it will. Training and everything's feels brilliant, mate. So it does. But I would like to just touch on, even though I'm 2 years in, mate, we say this all the time, I'm not even scratching the surface.
Of course not.
Like the other week with the T-bar, for example, like I had started to kind of chase the numbers on it, and you were in the gym, and it was so good to be in that environment and have you there for you to just kind of put your hand on my shoulder and say, like, stop for a second, reevaluate what it is you're doing with this, because I was just thinking 4 plates, move, not that, and that's no.
We want to we want to quantify everything. That 4 plate, I want that. And no
You're
matter
right.
how long you train, you want to chase numbers. It's just part and parcel of the sport you've picked. I think as a coach, your job should be to see further down the line.
Yes.
said that to you in a post I'd done. Like, I've had very little injuries
Mm-hmm.
since bodybuilding, and I run. I'm nearly sitting about 16 stone.
Mm-hmm.
I run, a box, two sports that should not be going well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't be like studies and everything else. They say they're the most fatiguing. Well, running is, boxing definitely is,
Mm-hmm.
but they can still be done. I mean, it's just that certainly you can work your way around things. I think that all
100%.
comes for one, letting your body adapt, because it's really good. Like, you
Yep.
underestimate that, and like I said, you will get people that can lift weights certain ways. That's how they've standardised things, and that's what they want to do. That's fine. But I'm quite big on, like, move for the target muscle you want to get.
Mhm.
Don't allow anything else to come in, because it's not going to be as direct as you want it to be. It just sets a better standard for.
Yep.
I mean, I find that the best physiques I've seen are very particular with their form.
Yep.
Unless you're some sort of genetic freak, which we're not.
Yeah.
So you want to be accurate. And when I said that to you at the time, see, when you do get the 4 plates now, which will happen,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be so much cleaner, so much
Aye.
better. Because where does it stop? You're going to then go, I want 5 plates now.
I know.
I want hang me. Before you know, you've got, shoulder goes, something else goes. You've not earned that right yet.
Yep.
And it's funny because if I was to have that attitude for when I was very young training, like, I'd have more injuries than I would have plates on that bar, because you don't get to, nobody, you don't see him do T-bar row 8 or 9 plates. I'm like,
Nah.
can I just always be wait?
Yep.
There's a lot more that comes
No,
in
you're
there.
absolutely right. Yeah, mate. It's good to just bring it back down to base level and reevaluate what it's all about. And I think that's good today. And all aspects of training.
I think if you're starting out training, just getting into it, and I think the first 5 years you're starting out training, like that is
Yep.
early ages of training. Me, some people have picked it up a lot quicker than others, but
Mhm.
till you've gained a certain amount of muscle, till you've gained a certain amount of knowledge, just gym experience being there, you have to just make sure you're working at what works for you. That comes
Earn
with
your
just
stripes.
experience.
We've said this before.
But like I said, you're doing amazing. So
Thank you, mate.
keep chipping away.
We will do, mate.
So the photo shoot's coming up. You've got any nerves with that? I know you've done it before. Are you?
Nah, I feel good for it, mate. Obviously, at the start of the last one, I was coming out of that hernia operation. I was very happy with the result we got for the last one. But I think that played on my mind a wee bit, and I was a wee bit selling myself short of it, whereas this time round, I've just been like...
Focused.
Everything has... Honestly, mate, I really mean this. This is the most tuned in I have been to my training ever. Like, these last few weeks. It's been laser focus on this, and it's been so fun. And I think because I've had that, I've not had any external worry or doubt,
Yep.
to be honest. I've just been like, go, and everything I'm meant to do, I've been doing. And because of that, everything that I want to happen has been happening.
So
Do you know
that
what I mean?
probably relates back to why we've came in today and done this podcast.
Definitely.
Something that sometimes you don't want to do those wee daft things.
Yep.
It's easy to do but it's those wee silly things like finishing the podcast,
Yep.
doing that extra set, cleaning up pulling things back to step forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gathers momentum. That's what gets you to where you want to be. Like,
Aye.
I mean, we put one the other day and it was talking about the next guest we've got on.
Yep.
Said to me, I've just seen that reel. I'd really like to come on the podcast. Like, we should
Yep.
run it up. And I was like, that reel, I phoned you, I went, that reel done terrible in terms of likes.
Aye.
Didn't get a lot of views,
Uh-huh.
but one person seen it.
The
Who-
right person seen it.
Exactly. So it's
Aye.
that whole, just do it.
Aye.
If we didn't do this podcast, we're one behind then, and where we want to take this, we're then running it a couple of weeks behind, a couple of months behind. So you're just slowing down a process. I think you can apply that to your training as well, which is what I try and do with you when things do slow down. We're like, action phase, make it happen quickly. And that is what led us to obviously coming in here, because see the day, mate, my move's killing me.
Bro, there's
Oh,
nothing
mate,
worse.
there's nothing worse than toothache.
Actually, Toothache and earache are horrible, mate.
Anything you're like close to your face, your head is just horrendous. But I'm drugged up and I'm like, do you know what? Go do it. Get a better.
Aye.
Something good will come out. And here we are.
We have long-term... Our friendship has been based on long-term goals with so much things, and this is another one of them.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? We want this to go places and today well, and it's gone in the right direction, so it's good that you've showed up today, mate. So it is. Because if I had to fix... no, I'm kidding. Mate, there's nothing worse. There isn't. So aye.
But I think see if you've got a list of things that you want done for the day, if you leave the ones out that are meant to push you forward long term, you know that.
Aye.
And that's a kind of that. I think Amy spoke about that as well. Those wee things build self-esteem, that character, that.
Yep.
So when you start just neglecting them, if you don't hit your macros, if you don't do your steps, nobody knows but you.
Aye.
So it's
Mate.
like you can check in on the Sunday with your coach and go, yeah, hit on my
Done
steps,
everything,
done
aye.
everything well. You might get away with it. Oh, I dropped 0.3, and then we go, well, you actually set a new standard because you thought, I can actually just leave my steps short today, and
Yep.
I didn't go and catch them the next day, or I didn't do it like that. So it's, if you drop your standards, so there we go. If we didn't do the day, all of a sudden, that's okay for me to not go to my training after this,
Aye.
and not go and do my check-in and speak to clients.
Yep.
We're
No,
not
it
quite in
works.
holiday mode yet,
No,
son. We will
no,
be
yeah.
tomorrow, but
Aye.
when I head off for the big 3-0.
Can't believe it's your birthday next week, mate. Can't believe you want to be 30, mate.
Mate, folk,
Do you feel 30?
I don't know what that means.
Like, well,
So-
I think 30... When I was younger, when I was 16, if somebody told me they were 30, I thought... I thought they were like my dad, even though my dad was like 50. But still, you know what I mean? Like, I thought older person. But now you're this age, you're like... I think 30 means a wee bit more mature, which I think you are very mature, even for your age to know. Like, I know guys that are 35, mate, and still act more madder than me, but I just feel...
See, I hang about with older people as well, so I'm a wee bit further on. I should probably
Yeah.
be less mature. But no, I don't. You know, folk get all upset. Oh, I'm turning 30 this year. I'm like, shut up. Like, what?
I know. I get that. I do. 100%.
Just, it's not a part of your life.
Yep.
I'm not gonna cry about it. It's going to take a year off me. Like, get on it.
Aye. That
I mean, you're going to have a great 10. See, when I'm 40, it might change my tune. I might go, oh shit. Now,
potentially.
that's when you start counting back the way.
Aye.
But
On that note, happy birthday to Matthew and John Paul. Matthew's 40 today.
that's true.
Happy birthday, boys.
There we are.
But aye, so holiday time, mate, for the big 3-0.
Big 3-0.
So it is.
Then I'll be back. Probably. You need it. I think I said this to you as well. Look, when I was doing, obviously, I'm doing the photo shoot as well. Look, factored these things in because we've done previous episodes on this. I don't want to look back and be like, I was too serious.
Yep.
And I didn't think. I know. I try and keep myself in shape.
Yep.
All year round, and again, that's because I've done it for 10, 11 years. I can probably get away with doing that.
Aye.
Or I'm in a position now where I go, do you know what, I'm actually confident and happy in my body where I don't want to miss out on anything. But I'll go away, I'll come back, I'll train in that when I'm away, but I'll need to be aggressive when I get back. It's that kind of
I was going to ask you that, to be honest,
trade-off.
mate.
I'll need to really knuckle down. But again, nothing I've not done before.
Aye.
I mean, so
definitely.
it's that some people think it's, I'll just go and do such and such, but no come back and apply myself. It's like,
I found that really hard, mate. See, when I came back my holiday, that is genuinely... I went to Holland, and then I came back and went to Lanzarote, and then I had like a wee... It was more or less... It ended up a date night in Dublin, mate, because the concert got cancelled and all the rest of it, and blah, blah, blah. And when I came back for all 3, I was looking forward to getting home and getting... Oh, I keep hitting that. Getting the ball rolling with everything again.
Yep.
But when I came back, it was kind of like... Where did I start? I mean,
just
like,
done free holidays in the bounce. Body probably thought it was a new habit.
I know.
Just go on holidays.
Wake up Monday like that, right? I'll do this. But I'll get a pint first. No, but I had to, it was just reminding yourself, like, sometimes you can't pick up exactly where you left off.
Yep.
Sometimes you need to just go a wee notch further back than that, and you need to be okay with that and be prepared for it. So it's like, when I came back, it took me a week or two to get my wheels spinning again, mate, and we were right into 6th gear, mate, off-ski. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew this was coming up, so, interesting. So it is, mate.
Good.
Fun.
I said, I think, we're going to go just chat about the stuff that before, when you were somebody that maybe think, I just don't want to do that. That's too hard for me. I don't want to go there.
Aye.
You probably knew deep down, I probably should start the gym.
Yep.
I probably should stick to it.
Yep.
Probably clean up my nutrition. Like,
Yes.
what did you experience back then versus, like, although, like you said, you maybe took a wee bit of time to get used to things and actually still learning, but what's different now where you just think, no, it has to be done, whereas before it was like, that's no getting done.
Aye. I know what's wrong, and I believe that actually doing it is right, whereas before I didn't. Before I was just like...
I think that's an education thing, or is it just that, do you think it comes into, is there self-belief there, is there...
Both, but more self-belief than education. Because inevitably, we've said this before, like, you always know what the right thing to do is, but not always, I take that back, you don't always know in every situation what the right thing to do is. Sometimes you need to evaluate it, but 9 times out of 10, your gut feeling's right, or you know what you should be doing, basically, and where you should be. And I spent so many years away from that it was completely unfamiliar to me, mate. Completely. So, like, you hear people say it, like, maybe if they can't relax in the house because the house is a mess. So, a knock-on effect is that they can't walk in the house and they can't do this, that's that next thing, and your life ends up a mess. But that is literally the summary of my life, mate. I would just let things snowball so fast, mate. Like, and get severely out of control. See the whole one day ruins a week, ruins a month. Like, I just completely admitted defeat, mate, a few years into kind of that bad spiral I was going down. As in, like, held my hands up to it and accepted that it's weird, mate. Do you know, I was speaking about this the other night. It's so strange. It's like I was all right with that. Like, I was prepared to be gutted, even though I could do stuff about it. But I was just like, can I be arsed? Which is mentally hanging now, mate, because it makes no sense.
I think you call it it's like the region better paradox, and it's the
Right.
people are quite. I think there's a so that is like the thought of staying what you're in is it's more familiar and it's probably easier than the thought of change or something
Yeah.
new. Again, self-belief thing, but I think more especially in fitness, it's hard to get. It's a hard balance because you might have too much of the Goggins where it's like, who's going to carry the boats? Fucking get it done. Like, you don't want it hard enough. And there's that. You also need to go into the coaching side of things, of somebody's actual mindset of going, oh, wait a minute here. Maybe this guy does have 23 years of poor quality choices and lack of education, and maybe I can't just scream and shout at him. Like, that's not always the answer. It might work in some cases and it can be used throughout, but you can't just, what are you going to do for the rest of that person's days? Hound them just so they get somewhere, because you're then going to then build up this relationship with them that they associate getting better with getting verbally abused, or or you're never congratulated, you don't congratulate yourself. I've seen one as well when people talk about, like, it's quite common in bodybuilding, and I get it to a degree, and it's how you want to take it. And it's like, the minute you start bodybuilding's the day you're never happy with your physique, which is like, I don't know if I agree with that. I think you should be congratulating yourself.
Yep.
I think you should be saying, I have done amazing. Okay, of course we keep the book. You want, like, as humans, as just men, we get a lot of fulfillment out of getting better and better. There's a lot to take for that, but I think when you get too much of, like, oh, that's never enough, you end up being so unfulfilled long term. And again, what you're then doing is, in my views, if you do that for 10, 15 years of going, I'm not enough, I need to be bigger, I need to be stronger, I need to look leaner. Do you think when you retire or you stop, it's just as simple as going, oh, I'm happy. Like, I'm just happy, because you've just had 15 years of not being happy and never being content. So you just think, in a flick of a switch, you can go, now I'm happy, because you've built up these behaviours and these mindsets of going, I'll never be happy till I get there. But you just move the goalposts anyway. Yeah. So it's like,
so what's the point?
What's the end point then? I'm not saying don't don't strive for more, but I'm saying give yourself a pat in the back as you go through it.
Aye.
That's something I try and tell you. You go, sebum. No, got like, but tell you what, you were 25 stone.
Aye. I know, mate.
And you're fucking mountains ahead of what you were.
Aye.
You spoke the other day about, and I'll bring that up, trying to get a wee bit of loose skin.
Yep.
And your words were, do you know what? I'll let you say it. What was it?
Mate, fuck it. I don't want that removed, mate.
What do we call them? Battle wounds?
Aye, literally.
Like,
aye.
Good.
Aye.
It's a symbol of where you were. You should be proud of that.
And it's no, I'm not against anybody removing it or any of that, bro. That doesn't bother me, mate. But exactly what you says, bro. Like, in the weirdest way, like, I work for that.
Aye.
Like, that is, let's be realistic. That's what I'm working. I'm working to lose weight, and by losing weight, I'm going to have loose skin.
100%.
End of, mate.
It's
Like,
a lot better than having...
It's a lot better than having 2 basketballs stuck underneath my kite, mate. You know what I mean? Like, it's... Aye, mate. It's no... anything that I've... Actually, in some weird way, mate, I'm not saying I like the look of it. I don't mean it like that, but I have an idea. Like, I have a picture in my head of hopefully what some sort of... not end physique, but, like, the next stage of things over the next year or two ends up looking like. And I like it, mate. It's better than what it is now, and I'll tell you something, it's certainly better than when it was back then, mate.
It's that whole like, comparison thing.
Yeah.
Can't compare yourself to your future self, because that's no guaranteed.
No,
You can't compare
of
yourself to
course.
other people, because that's fucking definitely no guaranteed.
Nah.
So it's going, right, all you can do is compare yourself to the guy
Yep.
last year, the year before, and you better, of course, pat yourself in the back and go.
Aye.
But
That's something I've got better at doing. That genuinely, I have got better at doing that, mate. And I feel like that was... Mate, that was... I remember when I was really young, my dad was really good at football, and, like, I got a lot of traits from my dad, and he used to always tell me there's always somebody better than you. That was a good and a bad thing, because then I was like, even when I done good, somebody's better than me. So when I was young, so I had that attitude, it doesn't matter because somebody's better than me. My dad never told me there's people, but my dad would be the first one to sing my praises, mate, like, and celebrate for me and everything like that. But I just always had that in my head. But at the same time, it was always a reminder that keep working.
keep driving.
Like, do you know what I mean?
But don't, like I said to you, the thing with the bodybuilding, look, don't just take it as, like, I'm not... Make sure you're still congratulating yourself.
Yeah,
That's as simple as it
definitely.
be.
Aye.
Going, of course, there's Lionel Messi's out there and he's better than you at football.
Aye.
You still need to congratulate yourself for
Of course,
where you
mate.
were. That's us going on for there. I think, obviously spoke about, again, these just turning up for yourself, which is important now.
Yep.
You were saying as well, you wanted to go over some wee points in social media, which I think these will probably put in a podcast as they go. I think we spoke about, I know we're not nutritionists or anything like that, but we spoke about like diet fads. We're going to do things like that. What's worked for you, what's worked for me over the years, like that, good relationship with food. And I think, me personally, I am in a very comfortable position in my own body, which that's not me being like, oh, look at me. I've worked for years and years.
You deserve it,
body
mate.
and mind. So something's got to go to it. It's a fucking
course.
waste of 12 years.
Yep.
So we'll kind of dissect all the wee things, the wee small intricate details that lead you to feel that way. But you were talking about things that you keep popping up on social media and stuff that you want to...
Right, so obviously, photo shoot prep and whatever else, everybody's got their thing. Like, I've seen a lot of people on bodybuilding
Pit
prep.
stop!
I've seen a lot of people on bodybuilding prep that like looking at food. Do you know what I mean? Or just in general, mate. No, I'm no big for that, mate, because I just end up starving and emptying the cupboard. Like, that's not really my niche, mate.
Out
But
of sight, out of mind in my views.
same, to be honest, mate. I've never really been one for like food reviews or like watching food get made, etc. Now, blah, blah, blah. I was watching one the other day. Obviously, I can't eat ice cream, mate, when it sucks, right? I can eat dairy-free ice cream, but it's like eating tarmac. It's pish, mate. So, there's no point in beating about the bush. So, anyway, I seen these Halo tubs that everybody's been eating recently.
Yep.
Now, some mums probably only got to like me for that. Well, hopefully they do like me and understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I'll get to the point. So, there was this Halo tub review, and like, I think the lassie had done it with like a scoop of protein, and I don't know if she'd put it in a creamy. She'd done something with it, whatever. And at the end of the video, she says, they're sin-free. You could literally have 4 or 5 of these a day. And I was like, mate, I rewatched the full thing. And at the end of it, I heard it the second time and confirmed to myself, they are 360 calories a tub, mate, right? There's 8.5 grams of fat in it, and there's 24 grams of sugar per tub. Now, for somebody that's losing weight, and again, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not anything like that, but I'm going to give you some advice for somebody that's done it. You definitely cannot eat 4 to 5. You can eat 4 to 5 of them a week. No a day, mate, no a day. And by a week, I mean, maybe a month, mate. Like, if you want, depending on how fast you want to lose weight. Aye, it's no... Like, that to me is crazy, mate. That to me is absolutely insane. So it is. I think another thing that's part of this, there's so many good content creators with making really healthy and really good meals. Some of them are actually class, mate. There's a lot of them in Scotland, mate, so big up all them. And then I feel like there's other ones that are like just trying to make themselves sound better than what it actually is. Just try to reinvent the wheel in some weird way. For people that are dieting and wanting to lose weight and wanting to prep food, this is kind of what I'm touching on with this. My advice would be just keep it nice and simple, man. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Like, I'm not saying only cook dried chicken breast and white rice and nothing else. I don't mean it like that. Like, obviously, do this that next time, but see when you start to, like, involve things that are a wee bit more calorie dense, your creams, etc., blah, 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 this, that, next time, and you then limit yourself to what you can actually have over the course of a day. Remember, and this was big for me too, mate, you want to be able to eat food when dieting.
Of course you do.
Do you know what I mean? You want to be able to feel full, because you're going to feel hungry at points, but if you're training and doing X, Y, and Z and whatever else, mate, even right now, my calories are low, mate. My calories are not high now. See, when I come home after the gym, I've done everything I've needed today. I've ate and brought in a lot of energy. I've also used a lot of energy doing what I'm doing. See, when I have my last meal, mate, I'm full.
Yep.
I feel good. I don't feel bloated or a mess or whatever else.
Because you get a lot. I gave you a diet plan where it's very palatable. There's a lot of good foods in there. There's whole foods. I've set up clients before and they've went, I can't eat all this. It's too much. And I go, well, you were eating 45,000 calories of shit. Just try it. Do your thing.
Yep.
And they get it and they go, can't believe I'm losing weight on this. All this food. I mean, it's less food than what you were eating.
Yes.
Less calories, sorry. It's just more volume, more dense, more quality. That's what you want to be feeling like. And that comes with, you think of, when you start eating all these shitty foods, the insulin spikes, the way you feel. It's cliche, but you are what you eat.
Yeah.
You will feel the way you eat. Do you know what I mean? If you eat shite, you're going to feel shite.
Yep.
You'll know that yourself. Like,
100%, mate.
there's a huge shift in mind and everything else when you start eating healthy. But again, just relating back to, listen, I think Weight Watchers has obviously helped so many people over the years.
100%, man.
But it always comes down to education.
Yep.
And a huge part of when people diet is, are they educated to what they're actually eating, but are they educated to what will work for them long term? Because the minute you start labelling things as sins or they're bad, you close off so much to what people, they associate things with the wrong reasons. So when you go like, oh, can't eat that, it's a sin. Like, that's been dictated of a company that can change. 1 week a banana might not be a sin and then the next week it is. It's just, it's not for, you need coached, you need educated.
Yeah.
That's where your long-term success is.
And I feel like more than two things can be right. So, like, a tub of ice cream here and then hasn't got to go on my... I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't have that if you're looking to lose weight. But, like...
there's no much nutrients in that, but it will curb cravings. So, I mean, if you can make it fit.
Yep.
Ninja Creamies, like they're another one.
Yep.
I need to buy one of them.
Oh, mate, they are sick. I had one the other day, Vinny made me one.
So that's a good option. Do you know what I mean? Like,
aye.
Something like that, okay, it's an expense, but what's that? You put almond milk and a scoop of protein.
Mate, the volume in them, there's so much in them. Like, so much. You can do that. You can grab some CaloFit sauce from Pit Stop Nutrition and use TNT10. I forgot how to speak at the last minute, apparently. Dribble it on the tap it, mate. Chocolate sauce. 0 calories, 0 sugar. Does it taste like a dairy milk? Absolutely not. But it does the job. It curbs the craving.
How good's ice cream?
The ice cream from the Ninja Creamies?
Yep.
Mate, I haven't ate ice cream in years, right? But it tastes just like any other ice cream to me now because I haven't had it in so long. And to everybody else that does still eat ice cream, they all love it. It is fantastic.
I
But
know a few coaches, Jordan, even Big Calvin and stuff use it, and they go that to me, but you don't, but you're playing it.
Aye, there's a lot in them, mate. I'm saying this like I've got one. I need to get one too. But the volume of them is huge, mate. So
Maybe with that £1,000,000, you could at least bought me a fucking Ninja
I know,
Crimmy.
I could have, mate. I could have. I apologise about that.
There we go.
So I do.
It's alright, it's my 30th next week. You can get a Ninja Crimmy.
Oh, what a guy, man. So I feel like that was one of the points I'd want to touch on with stuff like that. Just everybody's different. Everybody's different. Some people will be able to eat one of them a week depending on what stage they're at and lose weight, and some people won't be.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Some people then, and I think stuff like that, just to finish off on that, I feel like stuff like that just leads you down a path that you don't want to go down, because now you've got that craving, you've created that habit, you're eating, sitting on the couch, and it's what you do with it. Nobody's eating a Halo, mate, and then go to the gym. You're sitting on the couch, you're watching Netflix, you're chilling, and it's good, you enjoy it, you get a great dopamine hit for it. That's what it's all about. There's got to be a time and a place for that. But
It's just knowing when to use it.
aye.
Is that something with you found, like, at the start, 'cause I'm trying to put myself in the head of somebody that's starting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it hard to distinguish, like, right, this is my treat now, rather than this is me just doing this?
I never really... I don't mean I never really had treats, mate. I don't know how to word it. Like,
You didn't have treats?
I don't mean it like... I mean when I started training.
All right.
I mean, like, not... beforehand, mate. Oh, it was a joke, mate. I was Ben & Jerry's biggest customer, mate.
Just a fucking chicken treat for the month, not just tonight.
That's how I ended up being lactose intolerant, mate. That's how I found out. Just be eating absurd amounts of it. But anyway, when I was heavy, mate, like, Tony, nothing was healthy, mate. Like, and I mean in the sense, some people still eat healthy food that are overweight. Some people still enjoy their meals and that. No me. If it never came out of Indian, McDonald's, or Chinese, mate, I'm being serious when I say that. They were my dinners, mate. That actually was what I lived on for years, bro. Years and years, mate. It was so bad, mate. So it was. Like, as in, every day, every single day, that's all I would eat. When I do anything else, I would have, like, the odd... Things in the house would be like, quote unquote council dinner stuff, like chicken dippers, smiley faces, mate, and a wrap, and then have 2 packets of beef Phillips, mate. Like, just mate. Oh, it was a mess, man. Good though.
See, once you finish this, I don't know if I'd do that with you, but it'd be funny to, like, document, like, a day in the life of the old Tommy.
I don't think I love it, mate. I don't think it'd be.
Why don't you tell me and I'll do it?
I could.
Would you like to see that? Would you like me to?
You'll need a score bag. You'll need Lee Wong's phone number, man. And you need to create a relationship with the delivery driver to get it rapid, mate. But that would be funny. We should do that.
There we go. Just had that idea there.
We'll put a poll up on Instagram and see who votes yes.
Okay.
So
How many
we will.
calories do you think that would be in a day?
Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say 7, 8. Genuinely, like 7 or 8. Like, so much, mate. So it was. How much mate? I used to buy 12 packs of Lucozade Sport every 2-3 days. In fact,
What's your Chinese order?
Genuinely, this was it. So it used to be me and Barry. So a chicken curry breast chop, but it need to be mild because he doesn't like it spicy with no onions. But I like it spicy with onions, right? A large fried rice, a salt and chili chips, and a normal chips because the salt and pepper chips really were too overwhelming. A salt and chili chicken, a honey chili chicken, both with no veg. A chicken balls, a mini spring rolls, and a barbecue ribs with the gravy or the top of them.
Bosh!
You can't beat it that way, mate. That's it. Sometimes you'd opt for some thin noodles, mate. Prawn crackers, 3 can of cola, 3 can of Fanta. Usually you've had 2 each, and then you'll decide on the last one.
Flubber going.
Mate, it's terrible.
Flubber wrong cracker.
And this was the game changer. Warburton's loaf, mate. Plenty of love pack. You get a scoop of curry with a bit of chicken. You get a scoop of rice and 2 chips, mate. Unfolded. And, mate, oh my God, a piece in Chinese, mate. Oh, mate, it was a joke. It was a joke, bro. But that was like
We really have saved your life,
Oh,
haven't we?
mate, totally.
hell, man.
My arteries love you so much, mate. So did they. It was wild. So
My
it was.
brain doesn't love you, man. Fucking hell, man.
That genuinely was the Chinese order every single time. That's if you weren't getting soup or you weren't getting anything.
Don't
Like,
forget about the soup. Oh, maybe forget about the chicken noodle.
mate, honestly, that's exactly what it was. Chicken noodle soup, man. That's a joke, mate. It's a joke. That is.
It's a joke that I'm going to eat that.
And that was like, mate, the plate, man. It was like the,
Just a plate.
it was a ramp, mate. Just on mate in the middle, mate. So it did.
A paddling pool you were putting on.
Aye, that was the order. Do you know, I have a video on my phone. I'll show you it when we leave here. And it's a 2-minute and 30-second video of me ordering the Chinese.
Right, so see whatever's on that Chinese order,
Aye.
we will reorder that.
Right, okay, cool. That's
Okay.
fine. Right, that's fine. It's a lot. And genuinely, for the majority of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm speaking. But honestly, obviously there's a gap in between here and there, but it wasn't.
Would you come up for a breath?
It wasn't just me that was eating that one. There was like a few of the boys, but it was me that ate the majority of it. I'll tell you that for sure, man.
I took most of it from them. A couple of spectators that night.
Hup Lee, that was like a dangerous one, I know, mate. That was like I was a 5-player, mate. So I was. I know.
Right, anyway, we know that's coming up then. I think we'll do our letters and stuff.
Yeah.
I think before we finish, just maybe a wee bit of advice on people that today we're talking about how sometimes the job just needs done.
Yep.
What advice do you give to people that, because ultimately I'm admitting it still comes at my age, at my stage of training, like some days, there's probably more days you can't be asked than you want to be, and there's good sessions, but somebody like yourself, what do you do to make sure you get there? You still tick those boxes, and even in the weeks where your calories are low, you feel a bit shitty and everything else isn't running the way that you want life to run.
For me, in the beginning, it was a matter of pure drive, mate. But for me now, the fulfillment that you get for achieving goals like this, mate, can't be matched with anything for me. Like, I know the day that we finished the photo shoot, mate, and all the way through it, mate, I've enjoyed it. And I know the day we finish it, I'm going to be somewhat proud of myself, mate. I'm going to be like, that I enjoyed that period. That was so fun and blah, blah, blah. But just don't underestimate how much you've achieved. And don't underestimate how far you can take it. Because you can. Like, you can take it that far. Obviously, through that time, there may be things you need to sacrifice for that. Everything comes with a trade-off. It will be hard. But if you want to achieve anything, mate, that's worth achieving, it's got to be hard, mate. And that's just as simple as it is. That's something that I struggled so much to learn. So if it's somebody that's looking to start out, I always say this, start small. Learn the habits, man. Create a goal. Create a long-term goal. Create a short-term goal. Just leave the long-term goal there and work towards the short-term one. And when that's achieved, I guarantee you by the time you've got there, you've already got another short-term goal that you want to get because you're consistently moving the goalposts, mate.
Yep.
So you want to get better, you want to do this, you want to do that. A big thing for me, especially with my coaching, mate, I just want, enjoying the process for me changed everything, Tony. Everything, mate. Because I couldn't have done this if I didn't enjoy it. And that, there's a million and one ways you can throw things into that, so we'll not even get into that. But if you enjoy where you train and you enjoy what you train and you apply yourself towards that, you'll get results. Simple as that.
Yep.
Simple as that, mate. All the variables, they're going to be up and down at times. You can have a tub of Halo. You can order 120 quid Chinese for Lee Wong for month to month for your pals. Just enjoy yourself and get the ball rolling. Stop delaying it. Stop saying I can't be arsed doing it. Because if you can't be arsed now, in a couple of months' time, you're going to feel even more like, I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that would be the biggest one, mate. Just, there's no point in waiting. There's no point in waiting, mate. On the subject of you turning 30,
You bastard.
time's moving, mate. Time's moving.
I was thinking, doing a wee bit of reflection on my years coming in, and as I said, I'm buzzing to my 30th.
Yep.
But like, where you are now, and this is why it's important to make sure you do feel all the things that you're talking about, that fulfillment, that knowing that you're getting somewhere. You don't have to have it all worked out now, but knowing that you're on a path somewhere, I think is a very attractive trait to have. Very good for your own self-esteem. But it's also good to remember that where you are now is the bit that you'll look back on and go, you'll use phrases like, I was there. I can remember that. Like right now. I mean, so the holiday you're on, make sure you're present in it, because it might be the time you look back and go, he was there that time.
Aye.
You know what I mean? That was the last time we were all together.
Yep.
That could be, you might look back at that in sadness. Do you know what I mean? You might look back at that in happiness and go,
aye, mate.
me daft think, like, I've seen that, and it was talking about, like, one day all the moments that you're in the now will turn up in quizzes. Like, it will say, like, in what year
Aye.
Did-
You're right, mate.
did X happen?
Uh-huh.
You go, fuck. Before you know it was 10 years ago. I mean, it's like,
Frightening, man.
so you got to, right now, enjoy it. Be
Aye.
in it. I think talking about, obviously, a bit of advice for people that are struggling to just keep on going is like, which I kind of try and always teach myself, always try and teach you, is like the art of showing up.
Yep.
Which is something that I give myself a wee bit of, see when I let myself down with that, I tend to like, I really kick myself when I've done that recently. Like, I always, that's the bit that always gets to me. And John Paul said the other week, he's like, Tony's always there. And I was like, that meant the world to me. And he was like, that's as much as I can't always be there. I can't be the smartest. I can't be the best. I can't be, but I can, if I can show up for people, that's a huge thing for me. So to hear that back was great. But it's also like, that comes from just showing up for yourself. Aye. And then you start to kind of project that energy out.
Yep.
Like I said to you, when I have let people down, that's the bit that always gets to me. Because I don't want they make me feel like that. I also don't want to feel like I'm the one letting people down. So for your point of view, if you're stuck, like you're at that stage where I just can't get my wheels going, that's showing up. Whether that, I remember the clients before, I've had them, they train twice a week. They say the two was with me. I'd say, come in and just train your arms on a Wednesday. I want you to do 3 or 4 exercises and then leave. They were scared of doing the thing, but it was just so simple. Could have gave them a more in-depth workout. Could have done, I could have. But it was the art of showing up. It was the art of driving to the gym knowing that I'm not going to be there to help them. And that just went, oh my God, it's not that bad. But every stage you need to just apply that a wee bit more.
Aye.
And the more you do that, the more belief you get in yourself, and that's when you can start doing mental things. Like 2 years ago, I'd go like, I think I always say to you, Tommy, you're mad nervous just now. That's what I'm saying. One day, like, we will look back at this and go, that's a turning point.
Yep.
But I could have said, one day me and you'll be sitting doing a podcast together. You go like that, fuck off. Like,
Aye.
I'm 25 stone now, mate. Like, I'm fucking in a bad place. What are you talking about? Like,
Yep.
But it's happened. Because what's caused that? Like, positive steps. You don't know where it leads to, but all you know is, if I make the right decision right now, further down the line, something's good's going to happen. I genuinely have never met anybody who has worked their balls off and not got somewhere.
Aye.
Like, I've never met them.
Aye.
I know there's elements of luck and everything else that come to people, but it's just not a thing. Like,
They don't exist, mate.
You'll not stay still.
Yep.
And I know some people can't catch a break in that as well, but eventually it comes good.
Aye, it does. If
you
you do all the right things, it does, mate.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Especially in most, that's the kind of the irony of it. Most of the time you don't want to do it.
Aye.
But if you can get past that bit and learn to do it when you feel shit, you're going to do good.
Yep.
But anyway, like I said, we're just getting a blather on stuff like that now. We catch up with things.
Yep.
Next guest will be coming on in a couple of weeks. We'll get that nailed in. I think we've got our sponsor to thank first.
Definitely, mate.
Pit Stop, code TNT10.
Big up.
There's some nice new flavours. There's some nice new stuff coming up.
There is.
So we should get them on the podcast. We'll do a wee taste test of them, hopefully.
Sure. I think we spoke about it before. Potential for episode 20 for a wee giveaway, maybe?
Yep, we did. So we certainly will be doing that. want to thank Neil as well.
Sure, man.
But legendary guy.
Aye.
So much time for him. Thank all our listeners and members in the gym or just followers that use the code.
Yep.
It's good. I mean, we appreciate it.
Aye,
Really do.
We do for sure.
If you don't use it, start using it.
I know. Nah,
Jesus
never, man.
Christ.
There's no other code to use. Sorry to the rest of the boys.
No other code works anymore. It's just ours, so you just have to use it.
Aye, for sure, man.
But anyway, let's get our letters out.
Questions.
Mine is over there. There you go, Tommy boy.
Mate, I can't reach mine, man. Too wee.
Wee T-Rex arms.
There you go, mate.
Right, what we got? Oh, man. I actually changed the question, so...
Did you?
Just make sure it's not the one on the back.
Right, okay.
One movie, TV series, restaurant, aftershave for the rest of your life. Fantastic question. That's a great question, Tommy boy. Good on you.
You like that one, mate? What is a fitness-related goal you want to achieve? Is that the right one?
That's the one.
Like that, mate. Like that. So it is.
The other one was vulgar.
What's that?
I'll ask you that next time.
Ah, you dirty, dirty bugger, man. So yeah.
Right, on that note, mate, like I said, we fun hour for
Yep.
folk to stick on in the motor and get a listen.
For sure, mate.
Anything else you got to add before we get up?
Nah, not necessarily, mate. Like and subscribe. We'll try to... Well, actually, we broke 100 followers on YouTube, 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's good. Keep pushing that.
Show me the money.
Share the shit out it. Don't eat Halo Tub ice cream if you're in the cut. Have fun.
I'm away to Ibiza. See you later.